This will be a series of vignettes. Because I don't have a stream of consciousness spirit motivation right at the moment, but I've got bits and pieces of things that I've been pondering. One, I was just listening to Kyle 2K on he's a local talk show guy. He's black but conservative and very very unafraid, very forthright. Let's see what he's saying.
12-year-old Jonathan Foster on Christmas Eve, 2010. Now, I guess there's nothing really remarkable.
Okay, that wasn't very exciting. But usually he's ranting and raving, and he was talking about the media and just how disgusting they are. And today, it has slipped out through some of the conservative media what's happening in Egypt with the slaughter of the Coptic Christians over there. But it's not getting much, if any, mention in the mainstream media. And so I just was thinking about how, is there anything more disgusting than the media and so-called mainstream journalists and journalism nowadays? I mean, there might be some more disgusting things, but I'm thinking, could you imagine the most disgusting thing you could think of? Let's say a rotting deer corpse sitting in a well that was also used as an outhouse for a troll, and worms and maggots. It's disgusting, right? The mainstream media is more disgusting than that by far. What they did with the Trayvon Martin situation, what they're not doing with Obama, with anything, the liberal, secular chaos and destruction of family and culture and society that's underway, the hypocrisy at the highest levels, just being covered up. I'm thinking there's probably little more in this world that is more disgusting, more despicable, more horrific, horrible, base, putrid, foul than the media, except, I thought of something, except all of the knuckleheads that watch the media and get their news from the mainstream media. I have some in my family. I have some friends, we all do, who turn it on, CNN or ABC, NBC. They get a snippet. That's enough for them. They don't need to look any deeper. They don't need to look behind any stories. I was digging into talk radio and newsletters back in the 80s, finding out what was really going on at the schools. There's books. You can read and find things out in books, something called books. You can read and use your brain and think. But probably more putrid than the media are the robots, the Mobots, the Obama bots, all of the just brain dead numbskulls that actually turn on the TV, get fed this pablum, and think that is actually some type of semblance of reality. I think that might even be more disgusting, because at least the media has an agenda. They're trying to destroy Christianity first and foremost, because this is actually a satanic thing if you want to go all the way to the top. So they're trying to destroy biblical truth, biblical teachings, which would include, the traditional family, morality, things like that, 10 Commandments type morality. They want to obliterate that, and so and they have an agenda. They hate America, which was based on a lot of those same principles. So we know they're trying to destroy America, destroy the family, destroy men, destroy white men especially, but anything traditional, nominally Christian, anything even close. Okay, we know that that's what they're trying to do with all their communist money, their George Soros money. all of the left-wing liberal Hollywood money, all those fools. We know they've got an agenda at least, but probably more disgusting and despicable than that are the people that are just eating that in, who never think about anything, who never pick up a book to read. They don't go on the internet to study, to look into things. They just accept it all, just let it wash over them, wash through their brains, let the brainwashing commence. Whatever they were taught at college. I mean, I was a pain in the butt at college. I was constantly confronting my professors and all of my children's teachers and principals when I caught them up to their nonsense, with their agendas. But most people, no, just go to school, let the pablum and the lies and the propaganda just soak into your brain, and just drink it up, and watch sitcoms. Watch the news, feel like you're informed, maybe read some book by Katie Couric or something and feel that you're becoming intellectual for a minute. I think that is even more disgusting than our decaying deer in the putrid well description. I think apathy, indifference is probably one of the most ugly things to me. People that don't care that they're alive, they don't care to find the truth, they don't care to search out God, they're just happy to just go, wake up, hey, I am on earth. What do I do now? Oh, get a career and get security and benefits, and get a job and get a house, and just that is offensive to me when I look at this world, this fantastic God-created world, and just the reality of the moment, the reality of me doing this right now, never ceases to blow my mind. How awesome just existence is, and what God has provided for us. And so, I guess there's more disgusting things than the media, and that would be what I just described. Oh, I was just listening to the local Christian station, and I heard some fellows from actually where we are currently going to church, one of the radio programs, and they were talking about how David talking about how great God is, and how the lightning bolts are waiting for God's command, and God speaks, and the deer is born, and basically the recitation of God's sovereignty. And then one of the guys said, "But you've got the power to say no." Is that right? And then he went on to say, the mystery of free will, and God gave us the free will to say no. But after this great recitation of every particle of existence, waiting for God's command, but he gave man the power to say no. Would that not make man more powerful than God? I mean, I just don't see how you get around that. Can you say no to God? Can anyone resist his will? I mean, who's in charge here? Man? And what? And so the same type of thinking would say that God wishes everybody to be saved. He wants all to be saved. He wants it. He wishes. He hopes. But then he gives free will. Now, if he's omnipotent, he knows that not everybody's going to say yes or no. So how is that any different than God's just sovereignly choosing what will be? If God knows that some are going to say no, and he goes ahead and creates the world, knowing in that world that some are going to say no, And he's just wringing his hands. Oh, please say yes, please say yes. I can't. I gave you free will, and now that's the greatest power in the universe. The lightning bolts are at my command. The deer having babies, the snowflakes, the storms, the earth, the heavens. But man, almighty man, man can say no to me. Even though I want him to be saved, I want him to. I'm hoping. I'm sorry. That's just not God to me. That is that I don't know what that is, but that I just don't think that's right. Seriously, if God wants all to be saved, why would he create a world where that doesn't happen? Is it more important to him that people have their free will and then use their free will to go to hell and maybe get saved? Is that more important than him wanting all to be saved? See, that doesn't even make any sense. I want all to be saved, so I'm going to create this world and then stand back and wait and see who's going to choose. How about better that God chooses who he wants saved, who he wants to save, and who he doesn't, and he decides. And he creates a world for that purpose. And the purpose is to glorify his Son and himself, not to satisfy man's